Our seniors will be announced in numerical order. Our first senior, number 4, Owen Witt. Owen has been a committed member of the Catamount baseball program throughout his 4 years at Dalton High School. His hard work and determination have driven his steady improvement, earning him a spot in the lineup and allowing him to showcase exceptional leadership. A member of the National Honor Society, Owen is not only a talented athlete, but also a great teammate and representative of Dalton High School. After graduation, he will further his education at the University of West Georgia. Tonight, he is joined by his parents, Justin and Aaron. Number 4, Owen Witt. Our next senior, number 6, Conrad Coleman. A 3-year starter and one of the fastest players in the region, Conrad has been a key offensive weapon committed to excellence on and off the field, make him an invaluable part of the program. In addition to his athletic accomplishments, Conrad is an exceptional student who will continue his education at Samford University. He is joined tonight by his parents, Sean and Catherine. Number 6, Conrad Coleman. Number 8, Jose Orelanas. One of the most exciting talents in the area, Jose brings an unmatched passion and love for the game of baseball. A multi-year starter, he plays with a remarkable combination of skill, instincts, and dedication. His hard work has earned him a full scholarship to Cleveland State Community College, where he will continue his baseball career. He is joined tonight by his parents, Oswaldo Orelanas and Isabel Ariachi. Number 8, Jose Orelanas.
This is loud when you get it, buddy.
Our next senior, number 11, Scotty Miller. Scotty has been a key part of the Catamounts pitching rotation, bringing intelligence and determination to the mound for the last 4 years. He is a very adept student of pitching and pitches with a lot of intelligence and determination. Scotty is a 4-time scholar athlete and a member of National Honor Society. He plans to attend the University of Georgia to study business. He is joined tonight by his parents, Josh and Lindsay. Number 11, Scotty Miller.
Hey, this is not a winner to get it.
Number 16, R.J. Donahue. R.J. has made a mark as a talented pitcher and first baseman. A dedicated and hardworking player, R.J. always steps up when called upon, putting the team first in every situation. He is a 2-time scholar athlete and member of the National Honor Society. R.J. plans to attend college in the fall to major in sports management with the possibility of continuing his baseball career. R.J. is joined tonight by his parents, Matt and Lisa. Number 16, R.J. Donahue. Number 20, Ashton Parker. A multi-sport athlete and 2-time scholar athlete, Ashton recently signed a football scholarship with Clayton State. His willingness to play multiple positions and contribute in any way possible speaks to his selflessness and determination. He plays with heart, grit, and an incredible work ethic. Ashton is joined tonight by his parents, Zach and Elisa. Number 20, Ashton Parker. Next, we have number 38, Mr. Brady Haynes. Brady is the definition of a team-first player, patiently waiting for his opportunity to step into a starting role in the outfield. A multi-sport athlete, four-time Scholar Athlete Award winner, and member of the National Honor Society, Brady is a leader on and off the field. After graduation, he will continue the Regents Engineering program at Dalton State before transferring to the University of Georgia to major in mechanical engineering. He is joined tonight by his parents, Andy and Stacy. Number 38, Brady Haynes. Our final senior of the evening, number 44, Connor Stockard. Connor has been a vital part of the Catamounts pitching rotation for 3 years. As a team captain, he has also contributed as a first baseman and hitter, bringing energy, focus, and determination to every game. Connor plans to attend college after graduation, but is still undecided what university he will attend. Connor is joined tonight by his parents, Mark and Robin. Number 44, Mr. Connor Stockard. Ladies and gentlemen, one final round of applause for your 2025 Catamount Baseball Seniors. Jory Wardlaw. Batting fifth at first base, number 12, James Strickland. Batting sixth at third base, number 17, Alex Tamayo. Batting seventh, the DH, number 6, Tristan Hightower. In right field, number 8, Jaden Gaddis. Batting eighth, in left field, number 16, Michael Gibson. Batting ninth, catcher, number 19, Daniel Kemp. And the rest of the Hornets and their coaches, led by head coach Clay McKnight. And now the starting lineup for your Dalton Catamounts. Leading off at third base, number 6, senior Conrad Coleman. Batting second at second base, number 7, Kane Woods. Batting third in center field, number 3, Charles Chappell. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 8, senior Jose Orellana. Batting fifth at first base, number 44, senior Connor Stockard. Batting sixth, the DH, number 16, senior R.J. Donahue. Starting pitcher, number 11, senior Scotty Miller. Batting seventh, catcher, number 20, and senior Ashton Parker. Batting eighth, in right field, number 4, senior Owen Witt. Batting ninth, in left field, number 38, senior Brady Haynes. And the rest of the Catamounts and coaches, led by head coach Wes Caldwell. Fans, at this time, if everyone would please stand and remove all hats as we honor America with our national anthem.
Things cranked up here at Dalton High School. Thank you, fans, for joining us.
On the mound for Dalton, number 11, Scotty Miller. Leading off for the Hornets, shortstop, number 3, Jacob Ramirez.
So Jacob Ramirez will get things started here for the Hornets as Scotty Miller gets ready to get things cranked up. First pitch on the way. Going to be a strike right down Broadway.
Jacob's a junior for the Hornets. He's got a .455 batting average.
.455. Well, that's the best he can do.
Well, I mean, you know.
Great pitch. Going to get the count to 0-2 as Miller is quickly ahead of Ramirez. Ramirez, your leadoff hitter with Josh Tuggle on deck. 0-2 your count. Beautiful afternoon for baseball here at Dalton High School. It's going to be a foul ball down the right side of the outfield, so count will stay 0-2. Catamounts in all white. Hiram comes in with black jerseys with purple numbers and white pants. It's like the batter called time just as Scotty was getting ready for his windup. No balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff batter for Hiram. We've just started here at Dalton. Senior night here for the Catamounts. Solid hit, and it's going to be a base hit to center field. That will bring up starting pitcher for the Hornets, Josh Tuggle.
Now batting, number 5, starting pitcher, Josh Tuggle.
Tuggle's a junior also, and he's got a decent batting average at .438.
Well, we've went from .455 to .438. Wonder why these guys are leading off.
That might have been a little inside.
Unlike Bob Euchre's just outside, just a bit inside. 1 ball and no strikes to the number 2 hitter for the Hornets. Again, Josh Tuggle at bat is the starting pitcher for Hiram. Miller fires a strike right down the middle, brings the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. We want to thank Brandon Brown and his production company for bringing Dalton baseball to you live. Brandon, as we know, during football season, has been with the Catamount football program for over 20 years, bringing you live stream events of their football team. We've got him with baseball. Miller's going to fire back to first, move the runner back. Connor Stockard, your first baseman. 1 ball, 1 strike by Scotty Miller to Josh Tuggle.
Another deep fly ball.
Fly ball to center field, and Charles Chappell's got it for out number 1. That will bring up the center fielder, Jordan Thomas.
Now batting, center fielder, number 9, Jordan Thomas.
Thomas is a freshman with a .375 batting average, so we're getting a little lower in the batting averages here as we go down the batting lineup. Still a decent batting average.
Be a bouncer to the pitcher. Miller's going to throw it back to Orlanis covering second for the out. 2 outs on the inning. Great play by Josh Miller. Scotty Miller.
I mean,
Josh taught him everything he knows.
I taught him everything he knows, exactly. So
At the plate, second baseman, number 7, Jory Wardlaw.
Wardlaw is a sophomore with a .250 batting average.
Scotty looking great. Got good control of his pitches. Hiram did not have a baseball program last year, and so far I'm very impressed with these guys. They've won a few games as Number 7, Jory Wardlaw, is going to
Take one off the helmet.
take a walk to first base the hard way.
It's a way to use his head.
Well, you can say he's got his head in the game, right?
That's right.
Oh, thank goodness for the helmets. Two outs with number 12, James Strickland.
Now batting, first baseman, number 12, James Strickland.
Strickland's a junior with a .324 batting average coming into this game. So,
geez, they don't have
some
anybody.
really good hitters.
They don't have anybody that struggles at the plate, do they?
It doesn't look like it so far.
Ball 1 is going to be a little outside. Strickland, your number 5 hitter in the lineup for the Hornets. Strickland, your first baseman. Looks like he's wanting to punch one to right field the way he's got his front leg in the box. And as soon as I say that, he's going to ground out to shortstop, where Jose Orelanas is going to eat him up. And there will be no run scored here in the first inning, as we'll be going to the bottom of the first. No score.
Headed to the bottom of the first, Hiram 0, Dalton coming to bat.
Kind of fun.
While we're between innings.
We want to take a moment and thank Coach Wes Caldwell and all the people that help him on this baseball field. We have put turf in the first and third base running lanes. The grass took well, and it looks fantastic. It takes an enormous amount of work to get a baseball field ready to go, especially here in the South and this time of year where the weather's crazy. You don't know what you're going to get. You'll get 4 seasons in one day. And the field looks fantastic thanks to Coach Caldwell and all of the helpers, whether it's the staff or the players themselves. They've done a great job. We want to thank all of our corporate sponsors. If you're here at the field, you see all of the banners hanging on the outfield fence of all of our corporate sponsors. And as we do in football, without your corporate sponsors, you're struggling. So we appreciate all the corporate sponsors who pick up a lot of financial issues that any program faces. Leading off for Dalton is going to be Conrad Coleman, third baseman.
Conrad's a senior for us and has a .357 batting average.
On the mound for Hiram, Josh Tuggle. Leading off for Dalton, third baseman, number 6, Conrad Coleman.
One of our seniors starting off, Conrad Coleman. It's going to be strange next year when we're playing baseball and there's no Conrad Coleman on the field. I get used to these guys. First pitch is going to be a little bit outside for ball 1. Again, Josh Tuggle, starting pitcher for Hiram. Did you say he was a junior when he was at bat? Did you say he was a junior? We know he's got a batting average well over 4. Great hit by Conrad. The drive to left field, and left field's got it. It's going to bring up number 7, second baseman Kane Woods.
Kane Woods is only a freshman here at Dalton High School, but he's batting .458 for us this season. We've got some good hitters on our team also.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Kane Woods.
Of course, Kane, the quarterback on the football team. Kane is a fantastic athlete. Is Tuggle's going to deal and send ball 1 to Kane. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, here on senior day at Dalton. Tuggle likes to work quick from the windup. Swing and a miss by Kane. Going to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh, what all stats you got over there on these guys? I think
Well,
you've got
stats
everything
I
except
got-
their you got everything
I got
except their hobbies
pretty much
mentioned.
everything on them. What do you want? Base running, batting, fielding,
GPA.
pitching. We got
What's their
GPA.
what's their GPAs?
I can make a guess at that one. We'll say it's sometimes higher than their batting average.
1 ball and 2 strikes. As Kane is going to be going down on strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That will bring up Charles Chappell, center fielder.
Now batting, center fielder number 3, Charles Chappell.
Charles is a junior for us, and he's got the highest batting average on the team at 593. I believe he's hit a couple of home runs.
He's got
this
at
year,
least.
hasn't he?
He's got at least 2. He's got at least 2. First pitch is going to be fouled back toward the tennis courts. Thankfully, there's no one on the courts. No balls and 1 strike to Chappell. Tuggle really likes to work in a hurry.
He does.
He tried to get that inside corner, and he must have just missed it. It's going to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike apiece. Tuggle kicks and fires, and ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike to the junior center fielder.
Good cut by Chappell there.
Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jose Orellana would be the next batter if Chappell can find a way to get on base. And we're going to shoot a foul ball toward the third base side. Chappell stays alive. Good crowd here for senior day here at Dalton. Hiram has quite a few miles to go, and they brought a few folks with them too. Not a really quick trip from Paulding County. As our Cats will be headed down to Hiram for the next couple of games. Great line drive shot right back up the middle where it came from. Great hit by Charles Chappell, and that will bring up Jose Orellana, your shortstop.
Coming to the plate, shortstop number 8, Jose Orellana.
We think Jose has some of the most interesting walk-up music of anybody on the team.
It's definitely interesting. I don't know what it says, but Jose's a senior. He's got a .286 batting average for us so far this season.
Chappell's going to take off, and Chappell's going to make it in safely. Give Chappell a stolen base as ball 1 was delivered to Jose Orellana. Dalton with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Tuggle kicks and fires, and is going to fire strike 1 by Jose.
I think Jose was trying to put 2 runs on the board with 1 swing there.
Well, he's going to get on first base. Not the easy way, but he's going to get on first. As that's going to bring up first baseman Connor Stockard to the plate.
Now batting, number 44, first baseman Connor Stockard.
All right, Connor's a senior for us with a .357 batting average. Most of these seniors have been playing at least 2 to 3 years of varsity at this point for us. So they've got a lot of experience
This
at the
is
plate
a
against.
fantastic group of seniors playing for Dalton. As number 16, designated hitter R.J. Donahue is on deck. No balls, 1 strike to the senior first baseman, Connor Stockard. Tuggle has his sign. Tuggle kicks and fires. And going to deliver ball 1 to Connor.
Double steal.
We'll take that all day.
Now we have 2 runners in scoring position. We
Hose
just need a base hit to
That's it.
bring a home run.
Base runs, 2 runs. Base hits, 2 runs. Charles Chappell at third. Jose Orelanas at second. 1-1 to Connor Stockard. Stockard is going to pop up, looks like to second base. And that's going to end Dalton's threat here in the first inning. We are headed to the second here at Dalton High School. No score. .58.
158, yes.
Okay. Again, we're coming to you from Dalton High School, senior day. Top of the second, no score. Miller kicks and fires a strike for pitch
curveball.
1.
To me, batter ducked out of the way, and it came across the plate.
Going to be a pop-up and going to be in foul territory, as that's going to quickly get the count to 0-2 on Alex Tamayo, the third baseman for the Hornets. We're playing Tamayo fairly shallow in the outfield. Scotty's going to throw a ground ball up to the catcher, so it's going to be 1-2.
Well, that's the first time he's missed badly tonight.
I've seen people strike it worse. 1-2, no
may
outs.
Have been intentional.
Here in the top of the second. Woo! I thought we caught the corner there. Evidently not enough for home plate umpire, so that's going to run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller's going to kick and fire. And strike 3. Tamayo was gone. That will bring up the designated hitter, Tristan Hightower.
Hightower's
Now
a junior
batting.
with a .276 batting average.
Number 6, the DH, Tristan Hightower.
From
the looks of their roster, Hiram's a pretty senior and junior heavy team also.
Yeah, from what you're from the stats you're reading off, it sounds like it. Miller with a great pitch on strike 1. as Hightower came up empty. Scotty looking great so far here on senior day. We're going to have a ground ball to second base. Throw to first just in time for out number 2. How many outs?
2. We have 2 outs.
I hit something wrong here.
Now batting number 16, left fielder Michael Gibson.
That'll bring up Michael Gibson.
He's a senior for the Hornets.
And that's got base hit right all over it.
Yes, it fell in the
As
gap.
it's going into the gap between center and right. It's going to bring up number 19, the catcher, Daniel Camp.
Camp is also a junior, and he's got a 161 batting average for the Hornets.
Coming to the plate, number 19, catcher Daniel Camp.
I believe Josh has a stat for everybody.
I try.
Catcher swings and misses, going for strike 1. Top of the lineup is on deck with shortstop Jacob Ramirez. Hopefully, we won't see those guys till the top of the 3rd. Again, we want to thank Brandon Brown and his production company for bringing you Dalton baseball live, as we have a 1-1 count on the catcher from Hiram. Not much of a lead at first. Great pitch by Scotty. Catches it outside corner for strike number 2. We got a balloon on third base.
That's one way to do it.
I like the way Conrad fixed that problem. Put it between his legs, apply a little pressure, and pop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Hornets catcher. 2 outs. Again, not much of a lead at first base. We got strike 3. We'll be headed to the bottom of the 2nd. No score from Dalton.
Who do we have due up for Dalton?
I believe we have R.J. Donahue, Ashton Parker, and Owen Witt.
All right. Brady is a senior with a 250 batting average for the Catamounts this year.
Donahue takes ball one outside.
RJ's the only lefty in our lineup also.
I was just noticing that. I could have swore we had another one, but I, for the life of me, can't think of who it was, or is, or it could have been. You're going to get the corner, or we're going to be given the corner on that one. That'll leaving the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to the senior DH. Strike 2, swing and a miss. On deck is catcher Ashton Parker. Donahue takes ball 2. That'll leave the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Josh Tuggle, junior pitcher for the Hornets. Tuggle kicks and fires, and swing and a miss, strike 3. Coming to the plate, number 20, catcher Ashton Parker. That will bring up senior catcher Ashton Parker, as you just heard.
Ashton has a 125 batting average so far this season for the Catamounts.
Right you are. Right you are.
And that's going to get through.
Ground ball got past third, but shortstop backs it up, and that's going to be an infield hit for the senior catcher. And that'll bring up Owen Witt.
Owen's also a senior.
We're going to have a 27. Running for Dalton at first base, number 27, Drew Brown. At the plate.
Coming in to run, we've got Owen Witt, a senior with a
number 4, right fielder,
143
Owen
batting
Witt.
average coming in to the box.
What did you say Owen's batting average is?
143.
143. Again, we've got Drew Brown running at first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Witt's going to foul it back to the net for a 0-1 count. Again, beautiful day. Perfect day for baseball.
I don't know. I think it could be about 30 degrees colder. It's not Catamount baseball unless the wind's blowing. And
oh, my
it's
goodness.
40 degrees up here in the press box.
There's nothing like high school baseball in Georgia in the first part of the season. Jeez. And that was a ball because he never did that a while ago, but he was calling it a strike, but he never gave me any signals. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the senior right fielder, Owen Witt, as Drew Brown swipes second base. Now we have us a runner in scoring position. Be nice to see Owen get him a RBI here on senior day. Tuggle kicks and fires. Swing and a miss by Witt. Runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left fielder Brady Haynes awaits on deck. And swing and a miss, strike 3 for Owen Witt. Coming to the plate, number 38, left fielder Brady Haynes.
Brady Haynes is another one of our seniors, and he's got a 227 batting average. He's been hitting decently this season. He's had some bad luck with some deep fly balls.
They keep finding an outfielder, right?
They do.
Tuggle kicks and fires high for ball 1. Brady, of course, has been a member of the football team, and Brady had some great hits and some great plays his senior year this year. And going to be ball 2 to Brady. Tuggle has a 2-0 count on Haynes. Good hitter's pitch for Brady. Strike three, strike right down Broadway. I'm glad it's not strike three, but third pitch right down the middle. Still a good hitter's pitch for Brady. Tuggle really likes to work at a good pace. Doesn't let the outfielders get bored with him. And that is going to be out number 3 for Dalton.
Headed to the top of the third. No score.
Puts one on the ground this time. I'll take it. 1 pitch, 1 out.
5-3 on the putout as Conrad Coleman gobbles it up and sends it to Connor Stockard. That'll bring up number 5, starting pitcher Josh Tuggle.
At the plate, pitcher number 5, Josh Tuggle.
Last time he was at bat, Tuggle flew out to Charles Chapel in center field.
You're like borderline stalker now.
I mean, you know, I got all the stats. What do you want me to tell you? His shoe size is a 9.5.
It's his favorite color. Tuggle is going to send a screaming fly ball foul down the right-hand side for an 0-1 count.
If only someone had queued up the breaking glass.
We've got someone that does that, don't we, Josh?
When he's not distracted.
Brandon hadn't got to hear that yet. Now we're going to try the other side of the field for strike 2. That one is a ground foul. Kind of wouldn't make sense to play the busted windshield on that one, would it?
Probably not.
I tell you, there's a lot of cars in this parking lot. It wouldn't take much to
see some real broken glass tonight?
Unfortunately, get some busted glass. Miller kicks and fires, ball 1.
Good time to miss low. The 0-2 count.
To the opposing pitcher. Miller still ahead in the count. Ooh, beautiful pitch for strike. There's 2 down for the senior pitcher. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jordan Thomas.
Now batting, number 9, center fielder, Jordan Thomas.
Last time Thomas was at bat, he hit into a fielder's choice back to the pitcher, Miller.
I tell you what, we're moving right along.
We are.
We're already top of the third. And like you said earlier, we got a pitching deal going on. Did he? He didn't call that a strike, did he?
He
did like
not. I don't think.
He did like that. I don't know. Thought it was a ball, but I don't know why.
He did call it a strike.
He did. Seriously?
Yes.
So it's 1-1.
It is 1-1.
Yep. One ball and one strike to the center fielder. And it's like it's going to be ball 2.
Just a little bit low.
Ashton Parker doing a great job behind the plate. Often catchers get overlooked.
Jammed the
And
batter on that one.
ground ball to Kane Woods. Woods fields and throws to Connor Stuckert for the out. Headed to the bottom of the third, still scoreless in Dalton.
So we're the back.
Leading off the bottom of the
our
third, number 6, third baseman, Conrad Coleman.
Last at bat, Coleman hit a line out to the left fielder.
Each team, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Bottom of the third. Tuggle kicks and fires for ball 1, a little high. Conrad has really put in some work in the weight room, and it has paid off as his strength has really went up. As Coleman is going to send up a fly ball to,
and it's
and
going
it
to be an
dropped
error.
shallow right field, but the ball was dropped. And as soon as I said that about errors, there's one. Should have said that sooner.
We'll take a base runner any way we can get it.
That'll bring up the freshman second baseman, Kane Woods. Now batting, number 7, second baseman, Kane Woods.
Last at bat, Kane struck out swinging.
I bet you have Kane's permission not to bring that up.
I bet I do.
I just knew he was going to have one out, but thankfully, still none. Maybe the Big Red can break through this inning for some runs. This will be the only home game in this series for Dalton. As Woods sends the first pitch, foul down the third base side.
Dalton's got a pretty busy week for baseball this week because they're at AT&T Field on Thursday to face McCully. They have a doubleheader at Hiram on Friday, and then they're in Calhoun on Saturday.
Yeah, the weather for Saturday is a little iffy, as a wild pitch is going to move Coleman to third base. or possibly a pass ball. I didn't get a good look at it. 1 ball, 1 strike to the freshman second baseman, Kane Woods, with Conrad Coleman at third base, just begging to get to come home. And we want him to come home. No score. Tuggle kicks and fires. 2-1 the count. Charles Chappell, the junior center fielder, is on deck. Chappell leads the team with homers with 2.
He also leads the team in batting average. So he's a good one to have on deck with a runner in scoring position.
I have Mr. Wikipedia beside me over here. Makes life easy for me. 3 balls and 1 strike. Kane Woods. Conrad Coleman at third base. Dalton hoping to break through and get on the scoreboard. Tuggle's going to kick and fire.
That's just foul.
Just foul. It's going to run the count full on Kane. I'm not sure who painted that foul line where they did, but doggone it. 5 more feet, and we had a run in. He did not fool Kane. Kane was waiting on that one. Full count to Kane Woods. Strike 3 for Kane. It's going to bring up the junior center fielder, Charles Chappell. Not sure.
I'm not sure what the catcher's out there for, but
At the plate, number 3, center fielder, Charles Chappell.
Chappell will get in the box with 1 down, as now Jose Orellana moves on deck. It's the senior shortstop.
our mound meeting out there might have been to tell him not to throw anything that Chappell can hit because he drove a line drive to center.
He's hit some that still hadn't landed.
And there's
There
another
is
line
a
drive.
fantastic. My goodness.
That was an amazing catch by that center fielder.
Wow. Wow. Sometimes you just tip your hat. Wow. My goodness, what a catch. Fantastic catch by the Hornets center fielder.
That'll bring up number 8, the shortstop, Jose Orellana.
Well, we've still got Conrad at third.
Last time at bat, Jose was hit by a pitch, so I believe he'd prefer not to repeat that.
It's going to be a while before I get over that catch that center fielder just made. Man,
That was a spectacular catch.
it was nothing routine about that. 0-1 to Orellana.
And there we
There's
go
a
again.
second straight at bat with a hit batsman.
He's got a magnet in his back pocket.
He must. That's going to bring up the big first baseman, Connor Stockard.
At the plate, number 44, first baseman, Connor Stockard.
All the players want y'all to turn up the walk-up songs.
All right, last at bat, Connor hit a pop out to second base.
We got 2 down. We got Connor still at third as Orellana is going to take off. There'll be no throw from the catcher as Stockard took ball 1. Base hit means 2 runs.
Got 2 of our fastest runners on base right now, too. So
Yes, we do. That's a good point. One ball and 1 strike to
the inner
Connor
corner of the
Stockard.
plate there, I guess.
We really need to get someone home. It wouldn't take much. Like you said, you got two of the fastest on the team on base. It wouldn't take much to get them home.
It would not. Just something in the outfield, anywhere in the outfield.
We got a hit batsman,
Another
so that's
batter.
going to load the bases. It's going to bring up R.J. Donahue, the senior DH. We got a stat up there for runs, hits, and errors. We don't have anything for hit batsmen. But Dalton's got 2 or 3.
I would say I'm
that
going to
category
have
right
a
now.
count of 3 right now with Orlanis with 2
Orlanis
and
took 2 himself.
Stockard with 1.
Coming to the plate, number 16, the DH, R.J. Donahue.
Donahue with bases loaded. I'm sure RJ has visions of sugar plums dancing through his head because bases are loaded on senior day, and he has a golden opportunity to bring somebody home as we got swing and a miss on strike 1.
Last at bat, he did strike out swinging, so let's hope he can turn that around this time.
Tell you, Josh Tuggle has been flirting with danger, but so far he's unhurt as we have ball 1. 1-1 to RJ Donahue.
I think this is the 3rd inning that we've had runners in scoring position and not been able to bring them home.
Donahue, the number 6 batter in the lineup, with Ashton Parker on deck. Parker, your senior catcher. Donahue with a 1-1 count. A little bit outside. It's going to be ball 2. As we know, Conrad Coleman's wanting to come home so bad he can't stand it, but just wasn't enough real estate to get home on that one. Not enough room between the home plate and the back wall.
We'll see what we can do about getting that moved before next game.
Now, if we were at Wrigley Field, he could have ran for a day. 2-1 to R.J. Donahue. Tuggle kicks and fires, and Donahue going to foul one off. I think I heard a car on that one.
I think I did too.
Oh, yeah. And if I heard it above these headphones, you know it was loud.
I didn't hear breaking glass, though, so it went off the metal. That's just a nice little dent someone's got to get popped out.
Your sound over there would have been really
Appropriate?
reality. It'd been very appropriate. 2-2 to RJ. Bases loaded. Hopefully RJ can deliver and get somebody home. As we're going to have a wild pitch, and Conrad Coleman is coming home, and Conrad Coleman will score the first run for Dalton.
Scoring for Dalton, number 6, Conrad Coleman.
Catamounts take a 1-0 lead on the Hornets here in the bottom of the 3rd. Still a full count on R.J. Donahue, as Orlanis is now at 3rd and Stockard is at 2nd. We'll take them any way we can get them. Ball 4 is outside.
And that'll load the bases again.
I believe it's 20, Ashton Parker.
Yes, it is.
Coming to the plate, catcher number 20, Ashton Parker.
Parker with bases loaded.
Last time at bat, Ashton Parker hit a single to the shortstop, so I would take that any day at this point.
Exactly. Donahue got someone home without having to even hit the ball.
There's a pop fly.
Want to have a pop fly to deep
And
short.
it's going to drop.
There's going to be an error on the shortstop as Jose Orlanis and Connor Stockard are both going to come home to score.
Coming in to score for Dalton, number 8, Jose Orlanis, and number 44, Connor Stockard.
Well, that'll put us up 3-0.
The wheels have came off a little bit on Hiram as we got a pinch runner, Drew Brown, coming in at first base.
Running for Dalton at first base, number 27, Drew Brown. At the plate, number 4, right fielder, Owen Witt.
Dalton with runners at the corners. We've got 3 home.
How long do you think Drew Brown stays at that corner? 2 pitches.
He looks like he's excited.
He does.
Owen Witt is going to send a pop-up to right behind third
And
base.
he's gonna
It's going to be
drop it.
another error. RJ scored. RJ Donahue. Coming in to score. What?
Yeah, coming in to score was RJ.
Whoa.
But Drew is out at third.
He did score.
Yes, he came across the plate.
Scoring for Dalton was number 16, R.J. Donahue.
Okay.
Drew Brown was tagged out at third, but the tag came after
Okay.
RJ crossed the plate, so the run does count.
I was looking to get the information on RJ and I missed it.
Scotty back on the mound. He's at 33 pitches so far this game, so he's still well under his pitch count.
Dalton with 4 runs off of 2 hits. Hiram with no runs, 2 hits, and we're not keeping up with errors, but I'd say 3 or 4 errors right now on the Hornets.
2 errors on that last series, so at least 2.
I tell you, Hiram plays mistake-free baseball. They're a pretty tough team.
Yes, they are.
I believe we have number 17, third baseman Alex Tamayo, going to be leading off. Is that a 7 or is that a 1-7?
That is a 7.
Just a 7, okay. That will be, Jory Woodlaw, the second baseman, will be leading off for Hiram to start the 4th inning.
Leading off the top of the 4th for Hiram, number 7, second baseman, Jory Wardlaw.
Miller's got him a great game going so far here on Senior Day. No runs given up here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is going to be a little bit outside for ball 1. Great crowd here for Dalton here on Senior Day. Always good to see these folks come out and support these Catamounts. I know the senior boys like looking up and seeing all the faces in the crowd. Wardlaw took the second pitch for a called strike. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, I missed that one.
Last time Woodlaw was at bat, he took one off the helmet, so he got on base with a hit by pitch. First time Scotty's been way behind in the count tonight.
First time.
And there's ball 4.
Okay, it's going to be 12. That's going to bring up number 12, first baseman.
Now batting, number 12, first baseman, James Strickland.
Last time he was at bat, he hit into a fielder's choice.
Well, he fouled that off because Wardlaw had a huge lead.
Yes, he did.
In case you're just now tuning into the live stream, we are in the top of the 4th. Dalton with a 4-0 lead on Hiram here on Senior Day. Senior pitcher Scotty Miller on the mound
And
as
there's
a wild throw to
to
pick off the
first.
runner at first base, gets by Connor Stockard. So Wardlaw is going to take off to second base where he will be safe. Umpires are going to have a conversion here. So Ashton Parker is going to take advantage of it and talk with Scotty.
I'm not sure what the conversation's about there.
No, me neither. No balls and 1 strike, correct?
Yes, sir. There's strike 2.
0-2 the count on the first baseman, James Strickland. Is this the first time Hiram's had a runner at second? Or did they do that in first inning?
I think they got one to second base in the first inning.
Miller kicks and fires. Ball outside. Gets away from Ashton. He's got it as the runner advances to third base now. Runner at third is the second baseman, Jory Wardlaw. 1 ball and 2 strikes to James Strickland with Alex Tamayo on deck for the Hornets. Dalton with a 4-0 lead.
It's a little bit high. It might have been a curveball that didn't bite there.
That'll leave it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looks like we've got someone warming up down in the bullpen. I can't see down that far to see who it is.
I would need X-ray vision to see that. We've got the runner picked off at third base. Conrad Coleman is going to toss it to Ashton Parker. Ashton's going to run him down and throw it back to Jose Orelanas,
who tags the runner.
Tags out the runner. Great pickoff move by Scotty Miller. Jory Wardlaw had gotten a little bit too far off the plate, and Miller caught him and got him in a rundown.
That's a good way to get a runner out of scoring position.
Especially from third base, exactly. Count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes to James Strickland. Big first out for the Cats here in the top of the 4th. Miller kicks and fires, and strike 3. It's going to bring up third baseman Alex Tamayo. Now batting, third baseman, number 17, Alex Tamayo.
Last time Tamayo was up, he struck out swinging. We'll take that again if we can get it.
Let's get a repeat. Let's get a repeat.
It's a good start.
We'll take a foul all day. The DH, Tristan Hightower, would be the next batter, but we have 2 down.
That was a beautiful strike there.
Miller quickly ahead, 0-2 on the third baseman. 2 down. Miller looking really good. Strike 3.
And there's swinging strike 3 again.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th, Dalton with a 4-0 lead. Haynes. Brady Haynes will be leading things off for Dalton in their part of the fourth inning. Catamounts with a 4-0 lead.
Last at bat, Brady grounded out to the second baseman. Let's see if he can put one in the gap this time.
Dalton with 4 runs off of 2 hits. Hiram with no runs off of 2 hits. First pitch is a ball to Brady. Pitch number 2 is a strike, so it's going to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2. Brady in a little bit of a hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Tuggle likes to work fast from the stretch. Ball 4 is a little bit outside. Well, when I saw
any problem with a pitch clock? If you
exactly, you
When
will
in high
not
school.
get him in a pitch clock problem. You will not. If you do, then something's wrong. Somebody hit the wrong button on the pitch clock. He can throw 2 pitches in the time. Strike 3 to Brady Haynes. That's going to be the first out in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up the top of the order with Conrad Coleman coming to the plate. Coming to the plate, third baseman, number 6, Conrad Coleman. Any info on what Conrad did?
He reached on an error by the right fielder last time at bat.
We'll take it. First pitch is called a strike to Conrad. Conrad with Kane Woods on deck. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Cats with a 4-0 lead. Conrad would like to have that one back, as that's going to run the ball to 0-2, heavily in favor of Walker. Coleman, a little bit of a hole. One of the 0-2 count. 1 man down. Inside. Inside to Conrad. Will run it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Is it Orlanis that's been hit twice? Is it Orlanis?
Orlanis was hit twice
Okay.
so far tonight, yes.
1-2 to Conrad. Coleman's going to foul this one over the first base net. Count will remain at 1-2. Just a little bit high.
Might have been a little inside also.
Other than that, nothing wrong with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the senior third baseman. Fantastic crowd for Dalton here on Senior Day. Stands are packed. Catamounts treating the home crowd to a great game. Well, we just received the worst news of the day, and that's that we are sold out of hot dogs. I guess
The good news is we have Georgia tacos.
we
still.
might as well go home now. Yeah, we got Georgia tacos here. That's going to run the count full to Conrad. Again, we want to thank Brandon Brown for bringing his production to the Catamount baseball field, so you can watch this game from your home. Let's see. Yep, that's what they're going to ring Conrad up on that. So they're going to say he went far enough. on his check swing, which didn't check. So that's going to be the second out of the inning. Now batting, number 7, second baseman, Kane Woods. That'll bring up Kane Woods, the freshman second baseman. Woods will stand in with 2 outs.
Kane has struggled a little bit tonight. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Takes a strike there.
He's got a good curveball.
Kid does have a good curveball. Kane generally has a good bat too, so he's a really good.
He's just a great athlete.
Athlete, yes.
Woods strict quickly in the hole, 0-2. My goodness, the pace we're going, we could play 14 innings before it got dark. Woods with an 0-2 count on him. And strike 3 is going to pass right by Kane. So at the end of 4, the Catamounts are up by 4. Leading off the top of the field for the Hornets, number 6, the DH, Tristan Hightower. Hightower will lead off the top of the field for Hiram, as both Scotty Miller and Josh Tuggle have looked fantastic today.
Scotty's got a really low pitch count with 45 pitches through 4 innings tonight, so he's looking really good.
That is unbelievable. What, and how many does Tuggle have?
Tuggle has thrown 69 pitches.
45 to 60? Wow. Both are pretty impressive. We got Ashton Parker taking his chest protector off. Something might have came undone. I don't know. Got a little bit of an equipment issue here behind home plate.
Right now, Scotty has 5 strikeouts to Tuggle's 7.
Both of these pitchers are doing a great job. As we have got some alarm going off. Well, now they got it fixed. Makes it hard to break in cleanly when the alarms are going off. Ashton seems to have everything fixed, and we are ready to get this top of the field underway. Tristan Hightower, your DH, leading off for the Hornets. Miller kicks and fires, delivers ball 1. As we are now underway here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Great pitch by Scotty as he delivers strike 2 to the DH. Michael Gibson, the left fielder, waits on deck. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Just started.
Last at bat, Hightower grounded out to the second baseman, Kane Woods.
I believe you. You've made a believer out of me. Just a bit outside for ball 2. Two-two to the DH Hightower. Hightower stays alive, getting a piece of that one. Count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Strike
Ball
3.
gets away from the catcher. Parker's going to throw
And
down to first, and the runner is going to be safe. Parker, it got away from Parker, and Parker threw it down to first, but
looked like
Hightower
Stockard had to jump up. and his
Hightower
foot came
evidently
off the
beat out
bag.
the throw just a little bit. And that's going to bring up Michael Gibson.
At the plate, left fielder, number 16, Michael Gibson.
Last time at bat, Gibson had a single on a fly ball to the center field.
Well, let's hope that don't happen.
Looks like our center fielder's struggling to see out there right now. He's
I'll
got his
tell
hand
you-
in
exactly,
front
I can
his face
understand.
to block the sun.
Looks like second baseman's doing the same thing, and so is right field. As the sun is being a real enemy right now. People on the left side of the field, like Brady Haynes and Conrad Coleman, have got it made with the sun. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. No outs, right?
No outs.
I hit the wrong button. It's amazing what all happens.
Strike 2 swinging. And
No,
Ashton's
is there any,
able to
ball,
get in
is there any
front of that one.
balls? Any balls?
No balls.
No balls. 0-2. No outs. Hit the wrong button and all this happens.
Well, you know, it's a
Brandon
little,
says-
it's a little more complicated up here than it is for football.
Brandon
when you're trying to run the scoreboard and
Brandon says me too.
there's Scotty's 6th strikeout of the night.
He's having a great evening.
Technically 7th, I suppose.
Better bring up the catcher, Daniel Camp.
At the plate, number 19, catcher, Daniel Camp.
Last at bat, Camp struck out looking.
Looking at strike 3.
There's another
Ball's
pitch past
gonna-
our catcher.
Ball's going to get away from Ashton Parker, and runner will take off. Hightower will take off to second base. A base hit by Camp more than likely would be a run because Hightower has got some speed. You definitely want him in your lineup with that kind of speed. Reminds me of Willie Mays Hayes down there at second base.
Willie Mays Hayes, huh? Now some chirping from Hiram's dugout.
Yeah, they're come to life a little bit over there.
Trying to get into our pitcher's head
Nothing
just a
will,
little bit.
nothing will quieten that more than a strikeout, though. One ball, one strike to the catcher. Miller kicks and fires as we've got a foul ball. It sounded like it hit him or hit his hand or something. I don't know.
He's shaking his hand like it may have.
Yeah, it sounded different. But
He definitely hit it off the handle, that's for sure.
You think he would be appealing if it hit him. So, count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller looks in. And going to be a pitch outside as ball gets away from Parker, and Hightower will now be taking up residence at third base. Camp is number 9 in the lineup, and we're fixing to start off the top of the order with on-deck batter Jacob Ramirez, the shortstop. So let's hope we do not let Camp get on base. Cats with a 4-0 lead. Did he go? Did he go? Checked his swing, and evidently he did check it. So it's going to win the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And there's a ground ball. Short.
We're going to concede the run for the out. Number 6 will score. Scoring for the Hornets, number 6, Tristan Hightower. At the plate, number 3, shortstop, Jacob Ramirez.
Ramirez did ground out his last at-bat, but he does have 1 hit tonight. He hit a line drive to center his first at-bat.
Didn't check his swing there, as it's going to be strike 1 to Ramirez. Dalton, 4-1, top of the 5th, 2 outs. Oh and 2. Scotty way ahead in the count, as we're very close to getting out of this inning. Son's even bothering the first base umpire over there. Strike 3, and we are out of the inning. Headed to the bottom of the 5th, Dalton 4, Hiram 1. Field for Dalton. Center fielder, number 3, Charles Chappell. Chappell will lead things off to get this 5th inning started.
Chappell's 1 for 2 on the night. His last at-bat, he lined out to the center fielder.
First pitch is going to be a ball a little low. Looks like the sun is going down just a little bit. It's still in the eyes of the right fielder and the first base umpire. Everyone else seems to be okay with it. One ball, 1 strike to Charles Chappell, your junior center fielder. Jose Orellana, our senior shortstop, waits on deck. Strike 2 to Charles. That'll run the count to 1 and 2. Chappell, you're hitting in the 3 spot in the lineup for Dalton, as he's going to take strike 3. That'll bring up Jose Orellana. as the Hornets are going to have a quick meeting there at the mound.
At the plate, number 8, shortstop, Jose Orelanas.
And Jose's been hit by a pitch both at bats tonight, so I think he'd rather use his bat than his side.
Well, at least he has a couple of hits. You couldn't blame him if he ducks out of the way. He's probably getting paranoid now behind him at the plate. As soon as Tuggle kicks and fires, he's going to be jumping out of the batter's box. That's going to run the count to 1 ball and 1 strike on Jose. I think this is the longest Jose's win at bat without getting hit. We're in the 3rd pitch coming up.
We are. I mean, last at bat, it was the 2nd pitch, so.
Oh, my gosh. I thought, here we go.
He ducked under that one.
I thought, here's the 3rd one. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jose Orelanas. Jose's got to be thinking, what did I do to you? I don't even know you. Tuggle's a fantastic pitcher, and 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jose Orelanas.
And we've got someone down in the bullpen warming up again. I'm not sure who it is.
Wow.
Looks like it might be Asher Renfro.
Orelanas with strike 3. That's going to be 2 outs quickly for Dalton, as that'll bring up Connor Stockard batting in the 5 hole. Stockard, senior first baseman.
Now batting, first baseman, number 44, Connor Stockard.
2 outs here in the field for Dalton, as Tuggle is pitching quite a gem.
Connor is 0 for 1 tonight. He walked last at bat.
Okay. Is Jose the only batter that's been hit tonight? I thought someone else got hit.
No, actually, I thought Connor got hit by a pitch.
Did he? Okay. So Jose's not in that company all by himself?
So he got hit last at bat, not walked.
Stockard?
Stockard.
Okay. Sharing the love. Stockard with a 0-1 count on him. Tuggle kicks and fires. And second pitch is going to be a ball, even the count at 1-1. We don't ever get a chance to give this man recognition, but Jonathan Renfro runs our huddle.
Game
changer. He runs that too. Game changer, and does a fantastic job. And if you've ever run game changer for baseball, there is so much work, so many buttons to mash, because the game's changing with players, and you got to stay updated with it. And he does a fantastic job and never gets any praise or thanks for it. So we want to take this time while Brandon Brown is live streaming this game and give him some thanks and some mighty worthy praise, because he does a fantastic job keeping everybody updated on what's going on. He's got a few buttons over there to mash, and he seems to mash the right ones, as Connor Stockard has a 2-1 count on him with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Tuggle's going to kick and fire, and it'll deliver ball 3. 3-1 to Connor, with DH R.J. Donahue on deck. I want you to look how close the second baseman's playing to the first baseman for Hiram. Beautiful.
There is a beautiful hit down the third base line.
It's going to bring up the DH, number 16, R.J. Donahue, and we're going to have a pitching change as Hiram is going to the bullpen. Well, in the words of the late, great Skip Carey, we're going to make the AT&T call to the pen, as that's going to be it for Josh Tuggle, who pitched a fantastic game. Young man is a very good baseball player.
He threw 83 pitches, 49 of them for strikes. He faced 23 batters and had 9 strikeouts with only 1 walk.
Running at first base for Dalton will be number 22, Tate Nilsson.
As Dalton will have a pinch runner at first base, and the new pitcher for Hiram looks to be number 4. And let's call him Chris Paxson. And in just a minute, we'll announce him to the crowd. Dalton with 4 runs off of 3 hits. Hiram with 1 run off 2 hits. And unfortunately for them, multiple errors, as those will come home to haunt you in baseball. Well, Brandon, I'm sure that you've already noticed quite a few differences between football at Harmon Field on Friday nights and baseball here at Manny Pontonio Field. Just a little. We don't have near the commercials getting the sponsors in.
We could be doing a commercial break now.
We could, yeah. A little bit difference here. Baseball's not as long as football. Brandon gets to the home games during football season. He's at the home games usually by 5 or 4:30, something like that. And away games, he might as well spend the night there on Thursdays as early as he gets there. You would be amazed at what all he has to do just to get a game ready to be live streamed. The equipment that this man carries by himself through the opponent's press boxes, because we're usually on the roof doing the announcing, Curtis Carson and myself. And when we get there at these away games, Brandon is already set up. And like at Cass is they're
Catcher.
Josh, well, okay. Or Chris Paxson, now catching number 4. We'll stand in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th as we have pinch runner Tate Nilsson at first base. And it's going to be a
RJ is 0 for 1 tonight with a walk last at bat.
swing and a miss on
He did
strike
try to
1.
score last time he was on base.
RJ's had a really good career. Going to be quickly in the hole, though. 0-2 to new pitcher Chris Paxson.
And RJ has definitely worked himself into a starting role in our pitching lineup. We should be seeing him probably
For
Friday night.
Thursday or Friday one.
Maybe
I
Thursday.
think it was strike 3, so I think it's out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be at the end of 5. Dalton with a 4-1 lead. At the end of 5, Dalton 4, Hiram 1.
It looks like we're sending a new pitcher to the mound.
Okay. Is it Asher?
Looks like we're sending Asher to the mound, yes.
Leading off the top of the 6th, the Hornets, number 5, Josh Tuggle.
Tuggle is 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out his last at bat.
Well, let's hope history repeats itself. Josh Tuggle, who is now the catcher for Hiram, will be leading off the top of the 6th as new pitcher Asher Renfro will be on the mound. First pitch is going to be a strike.
It looks like we have Drew Brown down in the bullpen warming up just in case.
Okie dokie. No balls and 2 strikes quickly from the junior catcher.
Who's now pitching.
Baseball can be a crazy sport. It really can. Tuggle stays alive.
Unfortunately, that ball stayed inside the net, so I didn't get to play my crash.
It would kind of defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? Brandon, we got to check your vehicle. Make sure you didn't take a hit back there.
Pretty sure it did.
Brandon said I've kind of parked maybe a little too close because of all the equipment he has to haul. Woo! Must have been low. 1-2 on Tuggle.
If it missed by an inch.
Renfro, the tall guy.
That one was a little bit low.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Josh Tuggle. Leadoff batter for the Hornets here in the top of the 6th. 4-1 Dalton. Again, here on senior day here for the Catamounts. That's a strike 3. And number 9 on deck. Number 9 is center fielder Jordan Thomas. Now batting, number 9, center fielder Jordan Thomas.
Thomas is also 0 for 2 on the night. His last at bat, he grounded out to second baseman Kane Woods.
So Thomas will stand in with 1 down to Asher Renfro. Renfro kicks and fires and is going to deliver a strike. Renfro looks fantastic.
He does.
You know, we're losing a lot of pitching this year to graduation, so other than being behind the plate, he may be on the mound a few times next year.
We're losing almost
But
our
we'll
entire
have to-
starting rotation.
Yeah, exactly, but we'll have to have a catcher. 1-2. Renfro is on fire. Asher is a great young man. Super nice guy.
And a good student also.
Asher was the holder on PATs for the football team a couple of years ago, and he there was a high snap to him on an extra point, and he did a circus catch to catch the ball, bring it down to where we could kick it, and the kick was good. I will never forget that play. Brandon, you probably
finally
remember
got to
that one.
Play my crashing
You did.
glass.
You did. Yes, it goes out towards the tennis courts.
As it goes towards the tennis courts. That's right. Maybe someone was parked up there. You
You know, if
know.
it ever snows again, that'd be a great little place to slide. Of course, it's not a long hill. You're not going to slide it for long. And you better watch your landing. You're going to be going into the bleachers there. That's a good little hill for sliding. And we're going to have strike 3, as Renfro has already got strikeout number 2 on his resume for this game. Now batting, number 7, second baseman, Jory Wardlaw.
Wardlaw is 0 for 0 tonight with a walk his last at bat.
Let's make sure we keep him off base. I've saw his speed already, and he's got a lot of it. Okay, that's going to be all the ball. 1-0 to Wardlaw, the second baseman for the Hornets. Again, Hiram did not have a baseball team at all last year, and I'm impressed with these guys.
Last at bat, Wardlaw was able to steal second and third, and then remember he got caught in a pickle.
Is he the one we got caught in the rundown?
Yes.
Well, I'm sure he wants to redeem himself. 1-1 to Wardlaw. And Renfro throws a strike. It's 1-2, so Wardlaw is in the hole to Asher Renfro, your tall junior catcher, now pitcher. Parker sits up outside.
Just a little bit high.
And as Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside. Yes, fans, we quote Bob Euchre around here quite a lot. He's a legend. Wardlaw's going to hit a grounder to third. Conrad Coleman's going to pick it up and fires to R.J. Donahue in time for the out. Headed to the bottom of the sixth. Your Catamounts up 4-1.
Last at bat, Ashton was able to reach on
as a baseball flew out
by the shortstop.
Yeah, but how many steps did he take?
Well, he was halfway to the center field fence.
There's one in every crowd, ain't there? One ball and one strike to Ashton Parker. Going to miss this young man, too, from both the football field and the baseball field when he graduates. It's a good lick. Center fielder makes another
good catch.
Another catch. Not quite as crazy as that first one. Is he okay? Did he knock the breath out of himself?
I think he just landed flat on his back there and knocked the breath out of him for a minute.
Well, that's proof that the turf is hard out there. Fantastic job by the center fielder. At the plate, number 4, right fielder, Owen Witt. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Owen Witt, with one down.
Owen Witt is 0 for 2 tonight also, and he last time reached on an error.
Owen is one of those guys that not only you're going to miss them on the field, but you're just going to miss them in the locker room. You're going to miss their personality, their attitude. Those are unsung heroes. And those are the guys that must have had a good mom and a good daddy.
Owen's a good kid and a great leader.
He is. He's a fantastic young man. And I tell you, he's got a brother that's just a clone. Got a little brother, Davis, coming up and still in the middle school that I don't know if he's going to be as tall or maybe even taller. Who knows why these kids hit growth spurts. But he looks just like Owen.
And he's a great baseball player also.
Oh,
I
my
saw
goodness.
him playing
that kid can hit.
Middle school game the other night.
Him and the bat are the best of friends. He can hit. I don't care what the sport is. I've never heard Owen complain about anything. Basketball, baseball. He might complain to me about Georgia, the Bulldogs sometimes, but other than that, he
Once
does
in a
not
while,
complain.
huh?
Owen in a hole, though, 1-2 to Chris Paxson. Come on in relief of Josh Tuggle, who pitched a great game for Hiram. And that's a great smack and a great base hit for Owen Witt. You like to see those things for these seniors on senior day. That's going to bring up Brady Haynes. Haynes, your senior left fielder. Now batting, number 38, left fielder, Brady Haynes. I love that music. Is that kickstart my heart?
That is.
Yeah, I love that music.
Brady Haynes is also 0 for 2 on the night, and he did strike out last time at bat, so let's see if he can get his bat going.
Well, aren't you Debbie Downer?
Aren't I, though? I mean,
we got the top of the lineup on deck, and these guys are having their final at-bats here in this inning unless Hiram surprises us all and ends up tying it up. And
that'll be an error by the third baseman.
Brady's going to reach on an error, and that will bring up Conrad Coleman, your senior shortstop. Excuse me, senior third baseman. Jose, shortstop. Now batting, number 6, third baseman, Conrad Coleman.
Conrad's 0 for 3 tonight. He struck out also back in the 4th inning. The bottom of the 4th was a rough inning for us. We had 3 strikeouts in a row. So
wow. Well, that means it was a quick inning.
It was a quick inning.
1, 2, 3, you're out. 1, 2, 3, you're out.
There's a deep ball.
Did he do it?
And it's over.
Yes! Yes! On senior day, Conrad Coleman goes deep. A 3-run blast for the senior third baseman. Yes! Great job, Conrad Coleman. Coming in to score for Dalton on that 3-run shot, number 4, Owen Witt. Number 38, Brady Haynes. And number 6, Conrad Coleman.
Well, that'll bring our score to 7-1.
We scored 3, right?
We did score 3.
Now batting, number 7, second baseman, Kane Woods. That'll bring up the score to 7-1 Dalton as Kane Woods steps in.
Kane is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout back in the 4th inning also.
I believe Conrad has tied Charles now for the team lead. I believe it's 2 for him also.
I think so. I can pull that stat here in a minute in between innings and let you know.
I would expect nothing less. That gave us a little breathing room right there.
Yes, it did.
Again, the weight room. Kane Woods sends a deep fly ball to center field, but the park will hold that one as out number 2 is now recorded. And that is going to bring up Charles Chappell, who's been known to go deep. That'll bring up number 3, center fielder, Charles Chappell. Catamounts have got some pop in their lineup.
Charles is 1 for 3 on the night. See if he can collect himself another hit here. It's on the ground.
Cue shot to second base, gobbles it up, and that is going to be the end of the inning for Dalton.
We might make it home before my bedtime tonight.
At the end of 6, Cats with a 7-1 lead.
Dalton, number 27, Drew Brown. Leading off from Hiram, number 12, first baseman, James Strickland.
Strickland's 0 for 2 tonight and did strike out last at bat.
Beautiful strike to first from Conrad.
And you did ask about the home runs. I have that stat for you. Charles has 1 home run.
I could have swore he had 2.
And Conrad now has 2 on the season.
That'll bring up number 17, third baseman, Alex Tamayo.
Last at bat, Tamayo also struck out. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
I've seen him running earlier. He's got great speed, too. These Hornets have got some great speed on their team.
They do.
Best way to avoid that is don't put them on base. And so far, Dalton pitching has done a really good job of, when they did get on base, of keeping the damage down to a minimum. 1 ball and no strikes to Tamayo, the third baseman. Drew Brown kicks and fires and going to deliver a strike. That'll run the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, number 27, Drew Brown, new pitcher for Dalton. The Catamounts will be playing Thursday at, is that AT&T?
AT&T
Stadium in Chattanooga, where the Lookouts play, and we'll be playing McCallie. We'll be playing the Blue Tornado of McCallie. Dalton will have a double.
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. We will have a doubleheader at Hiram on Friday. And on Saturday, Catamounts will be at Calhoun, weather permitting, as every weatherman has sent out some kind of weather statement about potential for severe weather on Saturday. But if it doesn't happen, Dalton will be at Calhoun at 12 noon on Saturday. That game with Calhoun, I believe, is a makeup from an earlier cancellation.
Yes, sir. It's the makeup from
Another rain out.
a
wasn't
rain
it?
out.
What happens if the rain out gets rained out?
I guess they move it to another date that it's going to rain.
Dalton has 4 more games this week, 1 in Chattanooga on Thursday against McCallie, 2 at Hiram on Friday, and then Saturday, weather permitting, at 12 noon at Calhoun. So these Cats are going to be a little bit tired at the end of this week.
I think we've seen a couple of pitching changes just to save some arms for later in the week.
I tell you, we're going to be going through some of our depth before this week's over. We have to bring up some JV guys to help us. 2 balls and 2 strikes and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Dalton with a 7-1 lead. Catamounts are 1-2 in the region, looking to be 2-2. As we just completed a 3-game series with Cass. Cats come out on the short end of a 2-1 series win for Cass. Dalton taking the final game of that. So here we are with Hiram, game 1 in this series.
We can tie up our region record with Hiram tonight with a win.
Yes, we can.
2-1.
Sure can.
They beat Southeast this past week.
Okay. I believe he went, according to my view, he went, and he did.
And he did.
That's 2 outs. Drew Brown looks good. Is that 6 coming up?
It is.
At the plate, number 6, the DH, Tristan Hightower.
I remember last time this guy batted,
Hightower got on a
he
drop
took
third strike.
second and he took second and third, I believe, on some pass balls. And did he get caught in a rundown?
On a drop third strike, and he actually has scored their only run of the night. So
He did.
Hightower did come in to
Okay.
score their only run.
And if he was to reach, that would bring on Michael Gibson, the left fielder. But all things considered, let's just let Hightower be the final out of the evening here on Senior Day at Dalton. Drew Brown kicks and fires, and I'm assuming that was ball. I never saw any hand movement.
I did not see any signal from the umpire, so I'm going to assume ball myself.
I did that earlier when I counted 1-1, then he held up 0-2. One and one, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
I will say that the umpire behind the plate has been very consistent
He has.
tonight. So.
He has. We have had very consistent umpiring. Thankfully, have had no issues with umpires. It's always a great thing. It's not always the case,
That's
but
not always the case.
not
You are
always the
correct.
case. Tonight's been a breath of good air. Drew Brown with a 2-1 count and going to deliver ball 3. Again, waiting on deck is number 16 left fielder Michael Gibson. Hightower bats in the 7th spot, so we are at the bottom of the lineup. So let's go ahead and just finish this thing out while we're here. Don't want to go back to the top of the lineup. Let's just go ahead and end it while we're here at 7-1. Brown steps off. Him and Ashton Parker trying to get the right pitch to throw.
I say the one that gets us a strike.
That'll work every time. Brown's got what he wants. Ball 4 is a little inside, so that's going to put Hightower on base. At the plate, number 16, left fielder Michael Gibson. As you heard, number 16, left fielder Michael Gibson, now the batter, as Hightower is on deck, and we expect Hightower to be very mobile as he's digging in, getting ready for his takeoff.
Last at bat, he did strike out.
Got the catcher. Nope, got someone batting for the catcher as the pitcher, Chris Paxton's going to be batting for the catcher. Normally, Daniel Camp is hitting in that 9 spot, but it's going to be Chris Paxton who's been pitching the last couple of innings for Hiram. Again, hopefully we won't have to worry about seeing him tonight. Going to be a strike as Gibson is in the hole, 0-2, 1 pitch away from Dalton taking game 1 of this 3-game set. And Hightower, sure enough, takes off as Orlanis tried to apply the tag, but got to have the ball first. Ball gets away from Orlanis, so Hightower is in at second. 1-2 on Gibson at the plate. Two down here in the top of the 7th. Josh, how many bases has Hightower stolen? Ow!
That stat I'd have to look up for you. I'm not sure, but a couple.
Got you. Got you. We got runners on first and second. Dalton trying to close out game 1. Now batting, number 4, Chris Paxton. So
Since this is his first at bat, I got no stats on you.
no stats, no love for Chris Paxton.
No, Chris, I can look up his overall batting average for you for the season real quick.
Dalton trying to close out game 1. Got runners at first and second now with Chris Paxton at the plate. As my colleague is looking up the stats on Paxton.
Paxton has appeared in 12 games, and he has a 0.00 batting average. So
0.00. He's very consistent.
he's not had much success at the plate this season.
Paxton is ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Ball 3 is inside, and we have the leadoff hitter, Jacob Ramirez, on deck. Number 9 batter and in the plate at the plate. 3-0. Your count to Paxton. Paxton fouls this one over the first base net, so it's going to run the count to 3-1. right down Broadway. That's going to run the count full as Drew Brown will get ready to deliver the payoff pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. And Brown is going to deliver ball 4 as we will have bases loaded. And Jacob Ramirez, the top of the order, will now be coming to the plate as Ashton Parker is going to take a trip to the mound to talk things over with Drew. What's Ramirez done tonight at the plate?
Ramirez is 1 for 3 tonight at the plate. He struck out his last at bat. He hit that leadoff
He hadn't hit anything
single
since, has he?
and has not hit anything since.
Let's hope he don't repeat that now. Ooh, that's a brave place for the Catoosa County Schools bus to be parking.
Now batting, shortstop, number 3, Jacob Ramirez.
Fans, if you see Brandon Brown out in public, please let him know how much you appreciate what he does. Brandon brings you the game without you having to leave the comfort of your own home, whether it's football, and now he's done it with baseball. So let him know that you appreciate him bringing the action to you. As a lot of work goes on behind the scenes to make things like this available. And Jacob Ramirez is in the hole, 0-2. And I believe he's trying to make contact too bad because he is swinging at some pitches that's well out of the strike zone. And from what we saw in all of his other at-bats, he was not doing that.
I think he's trying to bring the game within reach with one swing of the bat.
I believe he's trying to do maybe a little bit much when you got some guys on deck. You got a good hitter, Josh Tuggle, on deck. You don't have to do it all yourself. 0-2, 2 outs. Bases are loaded to Hornets. And Ramirez is going to step out. The sun has went down and the temperature has went down a little bit with it. Getting a little cool now.
It's still not quite baseball weather. Seems a bit warm still.
Brandon, it's still football weather. 0-2 your count to Ramirez. Brown is
and that is a heck of a catch by the third baseman.
Senior third baseman Conrad Coleman. If he's not doing it at the plate, he's doing it at third base. What a game by Conrad Coleman.
Your final score here on senior night, Dalton 7, Hiram 1. Congratulations, seniors, and go Big Red. Dalton and Hiram will be playing a doubleheader.